Hi, I'm Kirk with Barrier Pest Control. Over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about how fleas and rats have impacted the course of European history. Fleas and rats are vectors or carriers of the bacterium Yersinia pestis, commonly known as the plague or the Black Death, whose infection of people in Europe and elsewhere during the Middle Ages caused massive loss of life. The plague also was the impetus for large-scale societal, economic, political, and religious changes during the same time period.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Black Death, at least at first, was caused by infected rats that were stowed away on ships that would come ashore. When these infected rats were fed on by fleas, the infected blood would get inside the midgut of the flea, and the bacteria inside the midgut would multiply rapidly. When this flea would bite a human, they would regurgitate this material, this bacteria, onto the bite wound, thereby infecting the host.
You got chlorophyll man up there talking about God knows what.
In the mid-1300s, the plague broke out near modern-day Turkey. From there, it quickly spread aboard merchant ships to port cities, particularly in Italy. From there, it spread to all of Europe with devastating results.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Experts believe that during this time period, up to a third of the total population of Europe died because of the Black Death. Some 25 million people or more.
Like anyone can even know that.
As the plague ripped through Europe, it disproportionately affected the lower classes, the peasants and the serfs. Landowners still needed work to be done, and the demand for labor was the same, but there were much fewer workers to do the work. Demand for labor skyrocketed, and now serfs found themselves in an interesting position. They could now leverage their unique place in the marketplace to charge more for their labor. Or, if they didn't get it, they could go elsewhere.
You're doing all the legwork.
That's right.
He's ripping you off.
You're right, he's ripping me off.
If anybody should be getting more, it's you.
He's ripping me off.
This change in the balance of political power was of course resisted by the ruling classes, setting them on a collision course with serfs and peasants. A perfect example of this is the Great Revolt of 1381, also known as the Peasants Revolt, where the lower classes marched on London, attempting to kill, burn, and pillage their way to political change.
I've come on the most urgent of business. It is said that the people are revolting.
You said it. They stink on ice.
Religion was also greatly affected. Some individuals felt disenfranchised, while others threw themselves into deeper religious devotion. Some experts have wondered if the seeds of the later great religious reformations were sown by the Black Death.
I'm a little concerned right now about your salvation and stuff.
So there you have it, how fleas and rats have changed the course of European history. Please subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you stop by again. Thanks.